Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached. This is the card we're going to be doing today. This is in Good Taste designer series paper. I thought this was so pretty. It's a wood on the background, but I like this tile. I thought it would be perfect to add a little bit of color to this card. And then I just stamped the flower inside and did the flower on the envelope, but I didn't do anything on the flap. So we're going to get started. I use the Art in Bloom bundle, and it has, it's a polymer stamp, it's got the dies, and it also has this embossing folder, but it is a hybrid embossing folder, and it's brand new out with Stampin' Up! And it cuts and embosses at the same time. And then you find the spot and it sticks there. Like, it's literally stuck there. And then you bring in a piece of paper and you put it over top. It's a plain piece of paper. And then you run this through the embossing folder, and this is what you get. And it cuts out the flowers, and then you take your, at least this is how I did it, and I thought it really helps if you use your Stamparatus. You would put this down here, and then you put this on here, and then you align it up. And then you keep this template in your stamp set. And thanks, Diane, for loaning me this. And I'm giving you that. And then you just take your stamp set, or your, excuse me, and I inked it up. No, I didn't ink it up in black. I inked it up in basic gray, because I liked having the dark, but I didn't want it to be stark dark. If I put this in here, it makes it easier. I'm using the fine art ribbon. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love this. And it makes beautiful bows. It's very nice. And then I just stamped this on here. And it's perfect. So then I take this out of here, put that aside. I will do my ink aside too. And then I bring it over to here, and I made the template so that I always have it. And then you just line, you line it up in here as best as you can. I try to line the basic gray lines on top of the outline, the embossing folder outline. And then I just moved it like that so I wouldn't lose its spot. and held it like that. And then I checked to make sure that it was there. And then I ran it through the Big Shot. I will be right back. And there it is. See how pretty that is? And then you just pop it out, and you can use this for anything you want to. I've done another card and I've colored these in. I've cut it down to the proper size, and then I took, you can cut smaller sizes out and do all kinds of things with these. Yeah, this is the card. And I pop these up and then I put blends on them, or you could color them with the way I colored these. It's, I stamped on these with the stamp. Each one of them has a color, and it's like a watercolor. It doesn't exactly fit the whole thing, but for the card I'm going to do today, I have actually colored them all in with blends so that it's a total different look. Like, can you see the difference in the card? This way is the fastest. This way gives you a brighter, bolder image with the Magenta Madness. And this is Highland Heather, I believe, and this is Balmy Blue. Now with this one, I did Gorgeous Grape from the ink pad. This is Marvelous Magenta, and this is Balmy Blue, and the outline is Garden Green of the leaf, and the center is Granny Apple Green. And I did all the leaves the same way, and I did 3 large leaves for the big one, and I did 4 of the smaller ones. And this one I just cut in half because I didn't do a second one for my next card, which is this card. So I just cut it in half, and you don't really notice it. But there's I stuck one in there just to fill it in, and there's a 1, 2, 3, and that would have been 4. So mine has 3.5, but you can just use 4. But isn't that amazing how it does it? Like, it just sets in there, and you can get it in there just perfect, and it clicks in. There it is. It clicked in, and then you just put your paper on top wherever, like this is the way it came out, and then you quickly put that, and then you run it through your die cutting machine. Easy, very easy. And these are what you get. Now, if you had stamped them with the color like this, the watercolor, you would do that before you run it through, but I just didn't want to take the time. So these I will have, and I can, I have pastels coming in. I thought I would use those for the pastels and try the new pastels. Now I used Thanks a Bunch from the Celebrate Sunflowers. You can use any salutation that you want, but I used a Circle of Friendship, the die here. Look at, they're gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I love this die set. This is me. This is just me. So I used this, and I did it in Night of Navy, and I did it in Basic White. And then I just cut this detailed part off because I wanted the darkness around. Maybe you can't see that. I wanted the dark around here, so it kind of made it pop, but I didn't want the white there, because it kind of blended in with the background. This way it kind of stands out a little bit more. So I just ran both of them through, and then I cut it out. And yes, it's not exactly even all the way around. If you have a die that would do it, go right ahead. I just cut it around, and for the most part you don't notice that it's a little off. No one's going to notice, look at it and say, oh, she's didn't get that straight. They won't say that. They'll just look at it and they go, oh my goodness, is that ever gorgeous? You made this? Wow, are you talented? So just putting that down, get my glue silicone mat here, and as I showed you, I had these done ahead of time so it doesn't take a lot of time. It takes more time finding everything, it seems. I've lost a few things. Oh, yay, I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, I haven't been doing cards for so long. I've had so much going on in my life. It's just been crazy here. Just crazy. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, I couldn't even begin to tell you all that went on. We went away for a few days. I had a birthday, celebrated that while we were gone, had a great time. Coming home, I was just exhausted because we were in a trailer and Dominic was in the trailer with all of us, of course, and he just got a little bit scared. He did not know where he was, so he would wake up screaming through the night, so we did not sleep because of that. And, oh, so I just came home absolutely exhausted. So it took me a few days to recuperate and get back, and yeah, but we had fun. That's the main thing. We had fun. The kids had fun. We went, they were supposed to have a heated pool, so we went swimming in it. They had allotted times because of COVID, only 15 people in the pool at one time. We just happened to be, there was 12 of us or something like that, so we took up the whole time slot. So it was just us and friends, and like, we had a great time. But oh my goodness, it's supposed to be a heated pool. It was not heated. Oh my goodness, I stood in the water and literally just shook. It's like, okay, I'm out of here. I love swimming, but I couldn't get over the fact that I just couldn't stop shaking. Just literally could not stop shaking. So it's kind of like, okay, time for you to get out. But we had nice campfires. It was nice. Now there's supposed to be another one of these going down there, so I have it so that I can put it in when I find it. So that's, see how easy that was. I'll show you how to do the blends when I do the I won't do the inside because I've already got it done to save time, but I'll be doing the envelope and I will show you how to do that. And you take this and you wind it around your hands a few times, and then you go like that so that it's even, and you put a glue dot and then you stick it underneath. So I didn't have enough of that, so I had, oh great, Cheryl. So I had this other cord, and that's what I used instead. doesn't that just add a beautiful look to it? And then you just spread them out so that it is over the edge. And this one I've got to do again because I pulled it right off. Like I say, I'm gifted. And there's my glue dot. So I'm just twisting it a couple times, trying to make these ends the same. That one didn't get stuck down. Now it is. And sticking it up here. Yeah, it's sticking to my fingers. It just adds a nice, another element of texture to it. That one should have been down here. I wonder if I can. Yeah, there, that's better. That's much better. Just like that. Now we will glue this beautiful tile background paper, DSP. Good Taste is such a nice paper. It carried over. It was in last year's catalog, and that is unheard of for Stampin' Up. We usually get rid of every designer series paper, but this time we didn't, and we kept that, and I was so happy because I love this paper. It's such a pretty paper. There's so many different designs. There's wood, there's tile, beautiful tile that you would do for backsplash, or you could do for on your floor. Very pretty paper. So grateful they kept it. Because I have a lot left. It comes in a big pack, and I had so much of it left. And I'm like, nah, this is crazy. When you have so much left over, what do you do with it? Now, I stamped Thanks a Bunch, and I used my Banners Take a Pick tool, and you open it up, and then you just stick it in there, and then you just pop it both ends so that it is like this. And because it just blends in the background, well, I did have, I might have to cut myself another one. There we go. I stamped it in Night of Navy, and then I just put it on a strip of Night of Navy, and now I'm centering it here as best I can. Not too bad. And then I'm going to put this on the card back. I like the wiggle room of the glue, liquid glue. Gives me a bit of time to make things better. And then I just stamp this, and I'll show you how I stamp that. and I colored it in with the blends. Just like that. I like to burnish it on there. Now I took my gems and my take your pick tool. There it is. And I put a large one up here. And then I took the smaller ones and I put them in a plain white space as best I could. Actually, I think, oh, that's fine. And then I brought one down here and I put one over here. And so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that it's an odd number. And then we'll do the envelope. And I will bring my Stamparatus back in. And I didn't clean it up. I want to make sure all of this is clean. Sorry about that. I'm doing that off camera. So I make sure I'm doing the right way. I bring this in and kind of set it up so that it's off just a little bit. Can you see that? And then I inked up, actually the gray is what I should have grabbed. And then you just ink up that flower. And remember, with a Stamparatus, you can always go back as long as you have that there and held in place. Yeah, that's good. So we'll just take this out. Wow, struggling here today. Now I have a piece of paper in here and I have it right in that corner, and I use the blends with this. I use Daffodil Delight for the center of the flower. Now you could always put leaves around here, but I thought it looked okay without the leaves, so I didn't bother. But you would stamp this on a Post-it note, cut it all out, then you mask this, and then you put your leaves in wherever you chose to. I figured it's mostly off the page, so it's okay. Now I'm just doing darker accents. This is dark Magenta Madness. And I just, a few little bit of dark lines. Just add a little bit more oomph to it. There. And then I took my light Magenta Madness and I colored it in. I like to do the outline first so that I know I've got it done, and then I just swirl it around just like that. I just find for me that's easier than trying to swirl it when I'm close to the edges. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good day? It's a little chilly out there compared to what it has been. Probably everybody's liking it, the cooler weather. I want it to stop raining. We haven't had much time to do anything outside because it's always raining. Now, with this, I use the dark and light Highland Heather, dark and light Balmy Blue. This is the dark and light Magenta Madness. And these were stamped, like I told you, with the garden green and then the granny apple green on top. And all that's listed. So now I've got to do my, put the wrong thing away. Get my fork and do my ribbon and make a bow out of it. Hopefully I'm doing it slow enough if you haven't seen me make a bow before. And then I pull it so that it's going the right way that I want it to go. I want it to go down this way. So then I grab my ribbon scissors. And this ribbon frays, so just be careful. There we go. Now I need my glue dots. Yep, there. I thought I felt some stickiness. It's like, no, I was pretty sure I was careful. And now I'm putting two glue dots on. You don't have to, but I don't like my bow to move back and forth. So with two spots glued, it won't move back and forth. So what do you think? You can put any salutation in there, and I will put mine in there when I decide who this is going to be given to. There you go. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Make a comment. Let me know what you think of my creations. Subscribe. Anything like that would really help if you could do that. Like and share. Wonderful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you being there and the comments that you've made. That helps me to know that I'm doing things that people like, and I appreciate that. And I'm not just doing it just to make cards. So thank you very much, and I will see you later. Have a great day. Bye now.